Hi, welcome to week 3 of class. It's going by quickly, and I wanted to highlight again just some tips to help you be successful. I think all of you have done fairly well in the class. Just to give you an idea of how much time you should be spending in this class, I did a little bit of research on how much time you're spending in Blackboard, and the average was 2.2 hours a week, which is really good. That's just Blackboard. I mean, the course is a 2-credit course, so that's 2 hours, plus you're expected another hour or two outside of class. And so most of you are spending a couple hours a week, which is great, just on Blackboard. And I'm assuming you're spending some more time in the reading of the chapter and other things like that. So thank you for participating in this online environment, and hopefully you're getting a lot out of the discussions. One thing I wanted to point out this week is we're focused on planning with technology and also Microsoft Word. When you go to review the chapter, by the way, last week in taking the quiz, the average was 7, which is average. That's what happened typically in previous semesters. But one thing to boost up your scores in that, if you're not happy with that score, if you got about a 7, is this online practice test. So notice that when I went to week 3, I went to textbook review. I would use these other things, but especially the online practice test, because there are some questions here when you practice that will be exactly the same as on the quiz for the course. So make sure you practice. They even have hints for you if you don't get this right. You could take this as many times as you want. It's never graded. It's only for your own benefit. By the way, for you to check your grades, I think there are a few grades available for you. Under My Tools, when you click My Grades, you will see a grade for this post, a grade for you should already have known your grade for quiz 1. And also I graded the first lab, which was the Windows lab. One thing I want to point out with the posting is when I grade your discussions, they're based on a post of your own. In other words, everybody has to do their own post, like your own unique post. But you also are expected to view and respond to a couple of other students' posts. So the grade is a combination of all those features, and it's worth a total of 5 points. So you can't just respond to others and get the full credit. If you just respond to other people and you don't do your own individual unique post to start off conversations, then that's not as good. So there is a little bit of confusion about that. I think I mentioned that in the hallway in one of the questions, but I wanted to clarify that for you. As I said, this week we have lesson plans that I want you to look for. And when I say find 3 websites that have lesson plans on a subject and grade level, you could just Google search that, lesson plans, 4th grade lesson plans, or science lesson plans, and just open those up and take a look at the did model and compare whether those sites include those elements and just some of the strengths and weaknesses of that particular plan. For the word processing, now when you took that technology survey at the beginning of class, a lot of you scored very high in Microsoft Word, and the lab should be pretty easy for you. There are some videos for you to review formatting topics, but basically you are to transform 2 documents. One's a newsletter and one's a lesson plan. And you can download them here. And that'll give you a start, at least the text, to be working with. So let's take a look at this. This is the newsletter. There we go. And you are to make this look a lot more professional than this, because you do not want to send this home to the parents of your students. And then here is what it should look like, though. This is how the newsletter should look, or at least this gives you some tips about what to include. Altering the font type, changing the alignment, adding bulleted items, indenting paragraphs, adding the page border, and inserting graphics. So I have this PDF of, the bare minimum. I mean, if you did something like this, you'd probably get a B. But make it look clean, professional, and very well formatted. And do the same thing with the lesson plan. All right, good luck. I'll see you online.